The Tour de France is an annual cycling event that has gained immense popularity in recent years. The 2022 edition of Tour de France will feature the legendary Alpe d'Huez as a challenging stage. Located in the French Alps, the Alpe d'Huez is a stout climb featuring 21 hairpin turns. The ascent is 13.2 kilometers long and will be the longest climb in Tour de France 2022. Tour de France Alpe d'Huez will be one of the defining moments of the Tour de France 2022, as the battle of elite cyclists reach its peak. It will feature a sensational set of steep turns that challenge even the world's best climbers. Preparations for the Tour de France Alpe d'Huez climb have already begun, with efforts underway to make it as exciting as possible. This includes measures to tackle the wide range of conditions the cyclists may face. Alpe d'Huez has been part of Tour de France off and on since 1959. With its reboot in 2022, it will present a unique challenge for cyclists who will make their way up its steep winding roads. This year's Alpe d'Huez climb will be particularly interesting because of the range of sections cyclists will need to cover, ranging from flat to steep sections. A cycling team's strategy could mean life and death on Alpe d'Huez. The team's leader will need to manage his or her energy level as the ascent lasts much longer than sprinters are used to. It is very important for the cyclists to train for the Tour de France Alpe d'Huez climb in order to get the most out of their performance. This involves proper nutrition, constant hydration, and adequate rest. Climbing Alpe d'Huez requires a certain level of endurance and staying power which cyclists need to demonstrate throughout the Tour de France. Good positioning is important for keeping up a good pace and conserving energy along the Tour de France Alpe d'Huez climb. Being in the back helps in avoiding groups in front that may slow you down. Weather conditions along the Alpe d'Huez can vary significantly. Cyclists must be prepared for anything from hot temperatures to cold winds. The Tour de France Alpe d'Huez will challenge even the most experienced and adept cyclists. Many teams have already begun training to prepare for the rigors of the Alpe d'Huez climb. Cyclists are warned to be aware of their overall health to better prepare them for the Tour. This could be as simple as monitoring daily calorie intake or training with intense intervals. The weather may also be a factor in a cyclist's performance. Training in different weather conditions can help cyclists become better adapted to various altitudes. With the Tour de France Alpe d'Huez climb in 2022, cyclists will face an immense challenge in staying ahead of the competition while managing their own energy levels. Many teams have begun to devise unique approaches to tackling the Alpe d'Huez. This includes diverse recovery strategies and gearing arrangements. The Tour de France Alpe d'Huez is set to be the most thrilling climb of the Tour because of its length and steepness. It will present a great challenge for even the most elite of cyclists. The Alpe d'Huez climb is not only a test of endurance, but also a test of technique. Positioning, pacing, and strategy will play an essential role in a cyclist's tour. It is essential that cyclists practice with the wind, as the Tour de France Alpe d'Huez can be a windy climb. This will create a great demand on energy and it will be important to practice how to handle windy conditions. Although many teams have already changed their strategies in order to be better prepared for the Tour de France Alpe d'Huez climb, they will still need to consider many different factors in achieving success. During the Tour de France, teams will be making sure that their leader is strong throughout the duration of the tour by utilizing team rotations among teammates. Changes of gear as the altitude changes will also be important in deciding the leader's success. As high altitude and engine power often contradict each other, it's important to set the right pace. Cycling with a teammate on Tour de France Alpe d'Huez will be a huge benefit for many teams. Having someone to share energy along the climb is a great strategy in keeping the pace. Team strength and a strong mentality are essential in climbing Tour de France Alpe d'Huez. It is important to stay positive and focus on being good to the team throughout the tour. While staying positive, it is also important to remain rational and careful in how much energy is expended during Tour de France Alpe d'Huez. This will ensure that cyclists can make it the whole way.